So there's our first Z1 and our still RMB 4TP, and what we've been doing is been cutting this cemetery. Now what we get paid for in here is cutting the grass 16 times a year and cutting the shrubs and hedges, which I think I've seen on a previous video, twice a year, and then cutting down the trees over the far side, just keeping them in check. So you can see I've just finished the cutting and the strimming on there, and as we come over the other side, the reason I bring the still mower is for these small areas that I can't get my big machine into. So the still just cuts down on the strimming and goes into areas like this. But the video today is about, if I can get my words out, Marestail, and I'll show you what I mean. These old concrete surround graves have become riddled with Marestail, as you can see. Lots and lots of Marestail, about 8 inches tall. And what we're going to do is we're going to spray it all out today, and I'm going to show you the product I use, and then I'll talk about it later. So you can see there's quite a bit of Marestail everywhere. Come back up, and it's just gradually spread over the cemetery over years. So I'm told I've only been in this cemetery for about 6 years, so you can see when I got here. The same on that side. And the product we're using, you can just see that, is Curtail. It's Curtail Evo. They changed it to Evo a couple of years ago from the normal Curtail. Now we've got our trusty Cooper Pegler 15, which is a 15 litre knapsack. Now recommended instructions for this is 25 ml per litre, so that works out into there. I'm going to need 375 ml. So we've got a measuring jug, and basically we have got 375 ml of product. Yes, you should have gloves on, no products touch me hands or anything, so but for safety instructions you should really have gloves on. My bad. Fill the Cooper Pegler with 7.5 litres of water, which I'm going to do now at the tap further up. Put the Curtail in, fill it up with another 7.5 litres of water, and then give it a shake. So I'll go and do that now. Stay tuned. Right, as you can see, we're all loaded up and ready to go. Bit windy here, but keep the nozzle low and there shouldn't be much drift. It's a very open site, as you can see. So basically, spraying wise, that is it. One spray with the product, nothing else. So I shall go about doing the other graves now. So the Marestail and Japanese knotweed, also known as Marestail, is Equisetum arvens, and Japanese knotweed is Fallopian japonica if you want the Latin names, which same again, back in training days we had to learn pests, diseases and things like this. So with the Marestail, it comes up on the sites, on the groups that we're in more often than not, questions asked and things, and you've got people suggesting that you you break the structure of the leaf, because it's a very waxy leaf, and you can put this product on and that product on and glyphosate, or you can trim it down and things like that. But the only product on the market that actually is a one-hit product is Curtail. Basically, you don't need to break the stem of the plant or anything. You just do what I've done there, which I'll show you when I go back in a couple of weeks, and that is just to go over, blast the product off once, so you don't need to stand there for 5 minutes and blast the same leaf either. Just a decent coverage with the knapsack, and the Curtail starts to act straight away. It takes 3 hours to be rain fast, but all weed killers say that. Roundup says that as well. It's just to cover the company, I think, for products in case they wash off. But you can pretty much spray. I've sprayed weeds over the years and stuff over the years, and an hour later it's rained, and you've gone back a couple of weeks later and it's still worked. So don't faff about with all these other products. Don't faff about with something you've got in your kitchen cupboard. Just go out and spend the, what's it cost, £150 for 5 litres. So if you bear in mind you're putting 375ml in a knapsack, you're getting about 14 knapsacks out of one of these. So you've got a good supply of product there. 15 litre knapsack will go a long way. I used about 10 litres in there, but what I did is there's some hedges at the back with some weeds growing at the back, so I just used the rest of the product over there out the way, just to use it up rather than putting it in a bottle. But it really is a good product, and like I say, you'll see in the follow-up video in a couple of weeks, you'll see how good the product is. You do need a license to purchase this. You shouldn't be purchasing any weed killers. It's the same as people are asking, can I go and buy some weed killer from the garden centre? Yes, you can. You can put it on in your own garden. But if you're going to a customer's and putting that product onto a customer's garden somewhere else, and you're not insured, you're not allowed to do it, you're not certificated to do it, you're breaking the law. So if I kill an animal at a customer's house and I've done everything correctly, obviously my insurance would cover it because I'm certified. If someone without certification kills an animal at a customer's house, then obviously you're in court. So just little things like that to remember. Don't spray anything unless you've got a license, and that applies for a lot of products for lawn care as well. Fertilizers and things, certain things that you can put on in a customer's lawn, you shouldn't be putting on without PA1, PA6 as a minimum. So just something to think about there. But that's it for today. Like I say, there'll be a follow-up video. Whether I put this one out first or whether I put them out together, I don't know. We shall see how many videos we've got left to put out. But apart from that, that is it for today, and we will see you on the next one. Morning guys, 15 days on from the Marestail application, and I'm just back on site today, a day late because I've been on holiday again. But if I can show you the results, spin you round, these are the graves that we treated, and if you can look, there's 1 or 2 spores there, but we've got a 90% kill on these. As we come over again into these areas and into these areas, if you just look at it, that is your knotweed there, and it is that is your Marestail, sorry, and it is totally dead. There's a couple of spores there starting to come back. It is something you've got to work with and keep treating, but if you look at it, these areas, it's the same again. There's 1 or 2 little bits, but you expect that on weed killers of any kind. And just so it's not a fix, we'll come up here, and there's none on that one, but there is over here, and it's the same again. There we go, dead Japanese, not dead Marestail again, and some more there, and another grave there, and same results. Look at it there, That is a stem, and that is dead. A few more bits here. And this was all done with one knapsack. So we did the whole of these graves, which are riddled with Marestail, with one knapsack, one application. So that's the curtail after 15 days. A lot of people on the sites recommend various things, using Roundup and bruising the leaves and mixing something else up and snapping the plant in half. You don't have to do anything with this product. All you do is, as you saw at the start, is mix it up to go in a knapsack, and that's it. It's job done. It is, and in 15 days you've got, I would say, there probably over 95% kill rate. If you looked at that there were a few bits, but they looked, to be fair, they looked to be a few new bits, smaller bits. There was nothing sort of 6-8 inches there was nothing 6-8 inches which was still alive. They recommend that, I believe it's about 6 to 8 inches that you should be spraying. Yes, it'll still kill it off as small, but I think that's the optimum height for spraying. So that's the first time I've done that this year. In the past I have sprayed it twice a year. Will I do it before the year's end, sort of in 6 weeks time, if it's still warm, possibly, for the sake of a knapsack, just to blast it off. But these products, these plants, the same as obviously Japanese knotweed, they go back over the winter like all weeds and stuff like that do. So whether I do it, I don't know. We'll see if more bits pop up. But on sites like that, I've probably left it where in the past I've probably done it in maybe July, so I've left it till August this time. So on sites like that, if you spray it twice a year, you're going to keep on top of it, and you're going to keep it at bay. But once a year, as you've seen as well, is probably enough for anybody on a budget, anybody who doesn't want to, anybody who's using a contractor who doesn't want to spend a fortune on someone coming out. Once a year, keep it down and keep it controlled, which is what we all doing with these weeds. Just keeping it controlled, keeping it at bay, keeping a nice tidy site. As well as that, you saw it does kill off everything else it touches, so any grass, if you've got any drift or anything, it will kill all the grass off. But as well as that, it'll kill all the weeds off in the graves as well. So it saves going back around with glyphosate and killing off the weeds. It's a matter of just one visit and everything's dead. So definitely recommend the product. The only stockist is Pro Green, which are a stockist of all pesticides and things for specialist killing. So they've got things for knotweed and various things, and then they sell you basics for such as glyphosate and things. But this is the product, this is the one you want. Anybody who's trying to get rid of Marestail, just look at the results there. Any questions? It's pretty much self-explanatory, it's all in the video, but any questions, drop me a message and I will be happy to answer it. But that's it for today. So thanks for watching, and if you've got anybody who has a Marestail problem, please share the video with them, because this will help them out. If you don't keep on top of it, it will just spread. I mean, before I took this cemetery over, I think it's probably started off as one little bit, it's just grown and grown, whereas now we're controlling it, we're keeping on top of it, and we're stopping it from spreading anymore. So that's where we are with it. So thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.